Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kenny Lamons here with Medicare Millennials, and today I'm going to do another video just continuing on how I think agents can best prepare for AEP that's coming up. Actually, my last couple of videos were about the AHIP and how to prepare leading up to AEP. Today, I actually want this video to be about how practically you can front load your work and success during AEP. So practically, what are we going to do when October 1st hits? I think whether you're a brand new agent or you're an experienced agent, this should be very useful information. This is really the exact template that I follow to have a successful AEP year in and year out. And it applies whether you plan to sell 10 new policies or 200 new policies. Okay, so I hope you guys find this helpful. Before I jump into it, if you are looking and needing specific coaching help or a consultation, you can reach out via our website, MedicareMillennials.com, and book a paid consultation. Or if you're looking for a new FMO, you want to be an independent agent and know who I recommend, what FMO I work with, you're interested in connecting with them, reach out via my website. I'd be happy to give you a little bit of guidance there. Let's jump into it. I want to pack this full of good information. So number one, we need to understand that the annual election period begins October 15th and it runs through December 7th. Everything we write during that period, with a few exceptions like people turning 65, are going to have an effective date of January 1st. So we're actually selling 2025 plans during that annual election period. We cannot submit and receive and submit an application on behalf of a Medicare beneficiary until October 15th. However, pre-AEP starts October 1st. So what that means is beginning October 1st, we can actually meet with clients, discuss their current and plan versus all of the new plans that are available for 2025. And we would like to call this pre-AEP. So from October 1st to October 14th, we cannot accept enrollments, but we can do a lot of the presentation work. We can review annual notice of changes that customers have received. We can do all of the things to prepare to do an enrollment after October 15th if that ends up being needed for that client. So how do we be super efficient with our time for AEP? We want to front load our success by seeing all of our current clients, as many as possible, from October 1st to October 14th. If you don't already have a large book of business, you want to see your current clients from October 1st to 14th and maybe any of the low-hanging fruit. Like maybe you met some people throughout the year, you couldn't help at that time, but you know they want your help during annual election period. Maybe you have some friends or family or really, somebody you know in the community that they're going to let you sit with them during the annual election period. Take those low-hanging fruit early from October 1st to the 14th. And for those of you with a medium to a large size book of business, we want to actually visit with our current customers early. Why? Number one, because it's a lot of service work, right? They're already our customer. We just want to retain them, whether they stay in the same plan, they need a new drug plan, they need a new MAPD. We want to get all of that service-oriented work done early so we have time for new business the rest of AEP. Secondly, we want to generate referrals. The earlier that you see your clients, the better chance that you're going to have to get referrals from them for the rest of AEP. So we want to see them early. So what do we do in 4 practical steps? Number one, we want to generate a report of all of our current clients. Again, if you have a smaller book, this can include any people in your pipeline that you've been planning to see for AEP. If you don't have a list of your current clients, I recommend that you start on a CRM right now. You can do an Excel spreadsheet. You can use Medicare Center, various other CRMs. My recommendation is Medicare Pro CRM. I have a video about it. You can reach out to me about it, or you can go to MedicareProApp.com, I think is the website for the Medicare Pro app. It's cost effective. I think it's like $50 a month. It's specifically made for Medicare agents, super simple to learn, easy to import your clients into, checks all the boxes for me. The only people I could see maybe wouldn't love it is if you were a full-time telesales agent that wanted to import a bunch of leads into your system, maybe there's better options. But if you don't import a bunch of a high quantity of leads to call, this is a perfect fit for most Medicare agents. Okay, so we want, first thing first, generate a list, split it up into high risk customers, customers that are very likely to just renew the same plan that they have. You want to prioritize customers that are on plans that might be changing or that have a bad reputation or that they've called you a lot for problems throughout the year. Prioritize those customers first, and then we don't have to worry as much about our loyal customer who loves their United Healthcare plan. That plan's changing little to none, and it's their 4th year renewing, right? Like, we don't have to worry about them as much. Now, what are we going to do with this list of clients? We want to, ideally, in my opinion, we want to mail something to each of those clients ahead of AEP. So we want them to receive this mail, or if you email, that's fine too, or both. We want them to receive this mail probably no later than early September. Here's why. Clients are going to begin receiving their annual notice of changes around September. And so we want them to immediately associate any changes, concern, or panic with their agent, okay? So I'll get to what we want to put on that mailer, or some of the things you might want to put on that mailer shortly. If you have less than a couple of hundred clients, it's really not, it's going to save you a ton of money if you send out create a template, a generic letter, print it out, buy a roll of stamps and envelopes, stuff those envelopes full of that letter, drop them in the mailbox. That's going to be, if you have a manageable amount of clients, that will save you a lot of money. Or you can use something like Vistaprint, Direct Mail Manager, Thanks.io, these different services. I actually make my own postcards on Canva, and then I mail it out. I upload my list of Vistaprint and have them mail it out for me through their postcard mailing service. I find that to be easy, gives me the perfect amount of control, and I find it to be affordable. But don't be afraid to stuff your own envelopes with letters instead of doing postcards if that's all you can afford right now. But we want to get something out to each of them. So what do we want on this pre-AEP letter? We want first and foremost to remind them that you are their agent. They have a trustworthy person. Any changes that need to be done can go through you. And if they don't go through you, you will no longer be their agent. Let them know that. We want to outline the time frame and the process. So for instance, hi, thank you for being my client. The annual election period is right around the corner. It runs from October 15th to December 7th. During this time, you can do blah, blah, blah. Change your plan, drop your plan, whatever. You're going to receive an annual notice of changes before that time frame. If anything looks concerning to you, remember to call me. I will answer any questions and make sure you renew in the right plan for you for this upcoming year, right? So give them some type of time frame and process. Give them a call to action. So I like to include a QR code. So for instance, you could put a QR code on there that allowed them to update. Maybe you do this through Medicare Center, you create your own Jot form link or your CRM, but you put a QR code that will allow them to fill out their scope of appointment and to list out any doctors and medicines for this upcoming year. That way, if you put that in the letter, when they fill that out, you know they want to talk. And you have all the information you need. So when you set up that phone call or that in-person appointment, you've already got all the information. You can already be punching that into Sunfire, and you've got an idea what you're going to be doing for that client, okay? Give them a call to action like that, something for them to put some skin in the game. If they do a little bit of work to prepare talking to you, it's a much higher likelihood that they will talk to you and call you instead of answering the millions of crappy call center agents that are going to be blowing them up. Another call to action is just putting your phone number in there and saying, hey, text or call me if you have any questions. Okay, so that's step number 2 is we want to mail and email them a pre-AEP letter. This is going to already begin planting seeds in their head if they have any friends or family that they want to call you as well. Number 3, start a list of anyone who needs a review and schedule those for the 1st through the 14th. So anybody that responds to that mailer or that you follow up with and they say they're going to want to talk to you, they scan the QR code and fill the scope or the update form. If they reach out or respond in any way, you want to begin scheduling those people shortly after they receive your letter or your email, and completely fill your schedule up the 1st through the 14th. That way, anybody that's going to renew with the same plan, you can cross off the list, remind them you're their agent. They don't have to make any further changes. And anyone that you are going to have to change, you can get that done when the bell rings at 10:15 or on 10/15, October 15th. You can begin scheduling people to actually do their enrollments. Some tips here: when you speak to these people, this is a great time to ask about any upsell. And so maybe a cancer policy, a hospital indemnity policy, a life insurance policy, a burial policy, anything that might be important to them. This is a great time to upsell, and also to specifically and confidently ask for referrals. You've done all this work to acquire the client. You're doing all of this work to renew the client. They trust you. They like your service. Specifically say, hey, would you have anyone you encounter, anybody that you know, love, and trust that may need help with their Medicare, would you have them call me? Will you give them a card? Also, a quick tip that I didn't give earlier. If you mail out a letter, put your business card in there. If you do a postcard, you're going to have a picture of you and your family, all your contact information on there. My business card has my face on it. I want my clients to see me and remember me. Okay, so that's a big tip there. So that's number 3, is to actually start setting those appointments as soon as possible for October 1st to the 14th, asking for referrals and upselling. And then finally, number 4, how we're going to front load for success is to, after you have studied all of the plans, all your certifications are done, you've sent out your pre-AEP letter, you know you're going to set appointments with any clients, current clients that you need to early on. We want to focus the rest of our time, energy, and effort on any of our new marketing efforts. So what is your marketing plan for this AEP? Is it only to work your book of business and ask for referrals? Fine. If so, you know what you're focused on. Are you going to run educational seminars? Reach out to me. I can tell you how I do that and how much it costs. Are you going to do only organic marketing? We can come up with a list of 8 or 10 organic marketing ideas in your local community that you can totally pour yourself into. People are going to need your help this year with the Part D changes being massive, certain plans pulling out of the markets, others changing, premiums going up, copays going up. So people need you now more than ever. Get out in the community. We can develop a marketing strategy for you to focus on. Maybe you're going to do leads, Facebook leads, direct mail leads, T65 postcards. Develop your marketing strategy and your plan. If your FMO or upline can't help assist you in developing a marketing strategy after you've taken care of your certification process, seeing your current clients, then it might be time to shop and find a new partner going forward. I hope this video was helpful. I just want you guys to have a successful AEP. It's kind of a little late, but I am putting the timestamps in all of my videos now so that those of you that want to jump back and forth, you can do that easily. I hope this was helpful. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you a little closer to AEP.